Okay, so you've been lied to about Boston, and I'm about to blow the whole thing wide open. You think Beacon Hill is fancy? Cute. You think the Seaport is where all the action is? Please. The real story, there are neighborhoods in this city that locals are literally trying to keep secret. I'm talking about places where millionaires and artists live side by side, where the brunch lines are longer than your last relationship, and where the wrong move could land you on a street that's about to double in value overnight. Now, here's the kicker. Some of these spots are so under the radar, your favorite Boston expert YouTuber has probably never even set foot there. And yeah, I've got receipts. Residents are whispering, real estate forums are melting down, and there's even a little controversy about why these places aren't making the mainstream lists. So if you're ready to ditch the tourist traps and find out what's really happening in Boston's neighborhoods, strap in. Because by the end of this video, you'll know the secrets that even most Bostonians don't. And if you think you can guess my #1 pick, good luck. Nobody ever does. Let's get into it, because I'm breaking down 10 of the best neighborhoods around Boston. And trust me, this list could save you months of research, thousands of dollars, and a whole lot of regret. So let's get something straight. Boston isn't just a city. It's a living, breathing maze of secrets, surprises, and neighborhoods that most people never even hear about. You've seen the glossy magazines covers, you've heard that same tired names rattled off by every so-called expert, but what if I told you those lists are basically ancient history? This isn't about where your cousin's friend rented a place in 2016. This is about right now. This is about places that locals are whispering out, the blocks that are blowing up overnight, and the hidden corners where the real action is happening. So here's the thing. I'm not just dropping a list. I'm bringing you the inside scoop, the kind of stuff you only hear if you're at the right coffee shop at the right time, or if you've got a friend who's been in Boston long enough to know which neighborhoods are about to pop off. Because in 2025, the game has completely changed. There are luxury communities where you'll spot, more Teslas than taxis, up and coming gems where houses are selling before that for sale sign hits the lawn, and lifestyle hotspots where your weekends could be booked solid for local festivals, rooftop hangs, and brunches forever. But here's where it gets wild. Some of these neighborhoods are so under the radar, even Boston natives can't agree if they're the next big thing or just a passing trend. There's real debate. Some say these spots are the city's best kept secrets. Others claim they're about to be ruined by the hype. And don't even get me started on the drama between the old guard and the new wave moving in. So why should you care? Because if you're even thinking about living in Boston or just want to know what's really going on behind the scenes, you need to see this. I'm about to walk you through the neighborhoods that are changing the game, where the smart money is, the trendsetters, the city's most interesting characters are all converging. And trust me, you won't find this list on any real estate brochure. All right, enough talk. Let's rip the cover off Boston's best kept secrets and dive straight into the first neighborhood that's flipping the script on what it means to live in this city. Okay, so let's drop right into Roslindale. No buildup, no warning. You wanna know where Boston's real insiders are quietly staking their claim? It's here. Step off the orange line and you're not greeted by skyscrapers or selfie snapping tourists. You're in the middle of a village that feels, well, like it broke off from a storybook and landed smack in the city, right there. So think about it. You have Victorian homes with wraparound porches. You have these tree-lined streets buzzing with dogs and strollers, and a main square where the Saturday farmers market draws everyone from tattooed artists to old school locals who've been here for generations. If you're expecting Boston's usual hustle, Roslindale flips the script. Here, neighbors, well, they actually say hi. The baristas know your name and your order before you open your mouth. And the local butcher, he's probably got a story about the sock that'll make you laugh so hard you drop your sandwich. But don't let the small-time charm fool you. Roslindale's been quietly heating up while everyone's eyes were glued to the Seaport and the South End. Home values here jumped double digits last year. And the word on the street is, if you want a backyard and a shot at real community vibe, this is your last best chance in Boston proper. The secret's getting out. And fast. There's a reason houses are selling before the for sale sign even hits the lawn. And let's talk about food. The brunch scene here, legendary. You'll see the lines out the door for a plate of lemon ricotta pancakes. And the coffee shop on the corner, it's where half the neighborhood's best ideas get cooked up over cold brew. There's even rumor that a Grammy nominee lives just a few blocks away, though good luck on getting the locals to spill the details. So why isn't Roslindale splashed across every best of Boston list? Simple. The people who live there don't want the secret out, but you're in the know now. And if you're thinking about this as surprising as Boston gets, buckle up, because this next neighborhood on our list, it's about to challenge everything you thought you knew about where this city's real energy really lives. And hey, quick side note, if you're thinking about buying, selling, or making any kind of move in Boston or the suburbs, don't just guess your way through it. Seriously, reach out to my team. We're on the ground, tracking the deals, walking these neighborhoods every day, and helping people win while others are still trying to figure it out. Call, text, text or email. Our info is below, and we're here. All right, let's get back to the neighborhoods you need to know about. Let's keep the momentum rolling. You've just seen how Roslindale flips the script on Boston living, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, let's hit neighborhoods that are quietly rewriting the city's future one block at a time. Let's go. Roxbury. This isn't the Roxbury you remember from old headlines. It's buzzing with new energy, art popping up every corner, and food trucks serving flavors you won't find anywhere else. And a surge of young families and creatives are moving in. The home prices have jumped, but there are still deals if you know where to look. The real story though, locals can't decide if they want to keep it a secret or shout about it from the rooftops. Roxbury's Doubly Cafe is the new heartbeat of the community, hosting live music, trivia nights, and pop-up art shows. And if you haven't tried the new edition sandwich or caught a Saturday night jam session, you're missing out on the city's coolest crowd. Seriously. Now, Roxbury's home prices are up a wild 25% since last year, with a median sale price of $804,000. Some homes are selling for up to 7% above list price and outperforming everything, and selling in just 9 days as of the recording of this video. This is where Boston's history and future collide. Art, culture, and energy on every corner. But here's the real question. Is Roxbury's Boston's best kept secret, or is it finally getting the hype it deserves? So let's settle the debate in the comments. Are you team secret or team hype? Mission Hill is where ambition meets authenticity. With its close proximity to the Longwood medical area, it's a magnet for med students, researchers, and anyone who wants to start living without sky-high price tags. The streets are alive with international eats, and the views from the hilltop parks, unreal. It's one of the few places in Boston where you can feel the city changing in real time. It's urban edge meets creative explosion with skyline views and an unbeatable local food scene. Mission Hill's newest claim to fame? Well, it's the Mission Hill Arts Festival, where local bands, muralists, food trucks take over, Kevin W. Fitzgerald Park every summer. It's the best place to catch the new big thing before they blow up. Let's keep going. Charlestown is shaking off its old school rep and stepping into the spotlight. Think historic charm meets new blood, classic brick row houses, waterfront parks, and a sense of community that's fiercely loyal. The neighborhood is evolving fast, and the locals, they'll tell you it's the best place to live, hands down, if you can snag a spot. And if you want, check out my $5.5 million listing we have on the market that's even had former Bruins players making offers on it. The Bunker Hill Parade just leveled up. In 2025, its version included a citywide scavenger hunt and a food truck rally that had everyone from lifelong locals to newcomers mixing it up on Main Street. So it's basically classic Boston grit, historic streets, and a community that parties as hard as it hustles. Charlestown's homes are flying off the market, but is it the historic charm or the new food truck rally at Bunker Hill Day that's driving the buzz? Share this with someone who still thinks that, Charlestown is just about the past. And if you're still watching, comment Boston Rock so I know you're one of the real ones. I appreciate you. All right, moving on. West Roxbury. If you're craving space but don't want to sacrifice city access, West Roxbury is your answer. It's got suburban vibe, yards, driveways, and tree-lined streets, but you're still just a quick ride from downtown. Families love it for the schools and the parks, but savvy buyers are moving in for the value and the tight-knit feel. West Roxbury's median price is holding strong at $790,000, but here's the kicker. Homes with yards are selling 30% faster than last year, and bidding wars are the new normal. But what's the vibe? Suburban comfort, city access, and a community that actually shows up for each other. The new Westy Wednesdays at Millennium Park, think sunset yoga, food trucks, and live acoustic sets. It's become the midweek hangout that everyone from young families to empty nesters are enjoying. But hey, if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, I know, but how do I actually choose between these places? That's literally what I help people do every day. Our info is right there in the description. Shoot me a message and let's figure out which neighborhood actually fits, well, your life, not just your budget. My team and I would love to be your local Boston real estate team of choice. Okay, going right into it. Hyde Park is Boston's southern secret. Affordable homes, a growing art scene, and easy commuter rail access make it a sleeper hit for first-time buyers and anyone looking to get ahead of the next big wave. It's the kind of place where neighbors still look out for each other and you can feel a real sense of community without breaking the bank. The 2025 Hyde Park Porch Fest is the talk of town. Dozens of local bands playing on porches and front lawns, turning the whole neighborhood into an open-air music festival. Living here, people are kind of laid back, friendly, and buzzing with new energy. But trying to purchase a home here, Hyde Park is Boston's best-kept affordability secret, with home prices still under $700K, but a 6.8 year-over-year rise. And people are snapping up properties even before they hit Zillow. So if you're thinking of buying a home here, make sure you call me because you need to be prepared. Every one of these neighborhoods is on the verge of something big. Some say it's the best thing to ever happen to Boston. Others are worried about losing the old school vibe. The debate is real, so settle in the comments if you dare. But don't get too comfortable. The next section is where Boston's big heavy hitters, luxury, lifestyle, and neighborhoods that define what truly means to make it the city, we're coming at you with. Ready for the inside scoop on where the city's power moves are happening? Oh, you think you know Boston's high life? Think again. These next neighborhoods aren't just about big price tags. They're where old money, new hustle, and city legends collide. If you're ready to taste of that good life, plus a few surprises the locals are still arguing about, keep watching. And hey, if you spot a spot that's overrated, don't hold back. Settle the debate in the comments. Step into the Back Bay, and you're instantly wrapped in a world where Parisian-inspired boulevards meet Boston's most iconic brownstones. This is where the beating heart of the city is bordered by the Charles River and Copley Square, where you can stroll from the public garden to the boutiques of Newbury Street without ever losing that sense of old world elegance. The average home price, yeah, it's staggering, like $3.9 million in 2025. That's not just luxury, that's a statement. But here's the twist. Despite the sky-high prices, demand is so intense that apartment availability nearly dropped 33% this year, with prime condos being snapped up in less than 3 weeks. But Back Bay isn't just, for the well-heeled. On weekends, the neighborhood transforms. Jazz floats out of the sidewalk cafes, food trucks line up Back Bay night out, and the public garden becomes a living postcard. This year, Le Marais opened on Newbury Street, and the waitlist is already legendary. Locals are buzzing about the saffron risotto, but the real secret, the speakeasy hidden beneath the restaurant, where you might find a local celebrity hanging out, sipping a cocktail, or see me. Would you rather land a brownstone with a rooftop garden, or get a golden ticket to Le Marais secret bar? Settle the debate, let's talk about it. And don't blink, because the next neighborhood is rewriting the rules of waterfront living, and I'm sure you know what it is. Seaport District is Boston's ultimate transformation story. What was once warehouses and parking lots is now a futuristic skyline of glass towers, rooftop pools, and high-tech luxury. The average home price here, $3.4 million in 2025, and yet, here's the shocker. Prices actually dropped 37% this year, but more homes are selling than ever before. Is this the best buyer's market in Boston, or the start of a new gold rush? Every morning, residents wake up to harbor views, grab a cold brew from a cafe where the barista probably codes apps on the side, and heads to work or play, all within a few walkable blocks. And this year, Marcelino's opened with cocktails topped with feta cheese foam and mushroom butter. Yeah, really? And the line is out the door. And if you want to feel the city's pulse, join the crowd at Sweatapalooza, Seaport's annual outdoor fitness festival that turns the waterfront into a dance party at sunset. South End is where Boston's creative soul lies. Victorian brownstones, you have these amazing tree-lined streets and a vibe that's equal parts artsy and upscale. The average home price is $2.8 million, and condos near SoA are sparking bidding wars, up to 12% in 2025. But that's not just the real estate flex. This is a neighborhood where you'll find Turco, a new chocolate cafe where almond croissant is already a city legend, and where SoA Open Market turns Sundays into just a festival of art and live music and just amazing people. And do you want to feel like a real local? Grab a coffee at the Beehive, then wander through galleries before hitting Union Park for a picnic. The South End isn't a place to live, it's a place to experience, with a new pop-up or art fair pretty much every single month. So what's the real draw? The pastries, or, well, the art scene? Jamaica Plain, or JP, is Boston's green, funky, and fiercely loyal enclave. Here, the average home price has climbed to $1.8 million in 2025, up 8% this year alone. But JP is more than numbers. It's about community, it's about sustainability, and a lifestyle that's as vibrant as the murals on Center Street. You want a taste of the real JP? Try Bluefin's new seafood takeout. Everyone's been lining up, and it's starting before noon, and the buzz is that, well, they're the best in the city. And it's true. Take it from me. JP's weekends are legendary. The Lantern Parade at Jamaica Pond draws thousands, lighting up the water with glowing orbs and live music, and the Arnold Arboretum, Sam Adams brewery tours, and a never-ending calendar of festivals make this neighborhood where something is always happening. These aren't just neighborhoods. They're living, breathing stories, each one is raising the bar for what it means to live in Boston. But don't get too comfortable. The #1 spot on this list, it's going to flip everything you thought you knew about Boston upside down. Ready for the final reveal? Stay with me because the best is yet to come. If you're moving to Greater Boston, yeah, we do the North Shore and the South Shore too, even Metro West, or if you're upgrading or just trying to figure out where you belong, me and my team are here to help. Reach out to us as we would love to help narrow down the best area for you and your family. And if you want to know even more areas, check out this playlist I'm going to have at the end of this video that I put together for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one, but stay tuned. All right, here it is, the neighborhood that's got everyone in Boston buzzing, and honestly, it's not where most people would guess. Forget the old city limits. Somerville is where Boston's future is being built, and it's happening faster than anyone can keep up. Yes, I know how it's spelled. Here, it's pronounced Somerville. So just walk out on the Green Line station and suddenly you're dropped in the middle of Union Square. Come on, there's gonna be a street festival on every weekend almost, and the air smells like fresh donuts and espresso, and the energy here, it's off the charts. You're gonna see artists hanging their murals, techies grabbing lunch at, a taco truck because our city loves food trucks, and a line outside Field and Vine that wraps around the block. Try getting a table on a Friday night. I dare you. Here's what's wild. Home prices in Union Square shot up 14% this year, and Davis Square's rental scene is so competitive, people are literally just swapping apartments on Reddit just to get in. But even with all that hype, you can still find a 2-bedroom for less than what you'd pay in the Back Bay. And the vibe? It's a mashup of creativity, ambition, and that classic New England stubbornness. You'll hear a dozen languages on your walk between Davis and Union, and every block has a new thing, a pop-up art show or some band playing. This isn't a place to live. It's where people come to make things actually happen. Old school locals are mixing with new wave, and nobody can agree if Somerville's the best kept secret or if the secret's already out. So settle this for me. Is Somerville the new king of Boston neighborhoods, or is there another spot that deserves the crown? Drop your take in the comments, and if you've ever managed to snag kind of like one of those last minute tables at Field and Vine, please share your strategy just with me, not everybody, but with me. Or I guess you can do it. But what I want you to do right now is screenshot this list, send it to someone who's still stuck on Beacon Hill, and make sure you're subscribed for more Boston secrets, because in this city, the next big thing is always just around the corner, and now you're ahead of the curve. And right now, here's that playlist and the videos that I promised. See you next time.